Hello everyone, in this video we are going to write down the Lewis structure of hydrogen isocyanide. Like hydrogen cyanide, we do have 10 valence electrons in hydrogen isocyanide. 1 electron comes from hydrogen, 4 valence electrons comes from carbon and 5 valence electrons comes from nitrogen. We are ignoring the 1s2 core electrons of carbon as well as nitrogen. So, the total number of valence electrons here is 10. Hydrogen isocyanide is a tautomer of hydrogen cyanide. Hydrogen cyanide is more stable than hydrogen isocyanide, but still hydrogen isocyanide is found in interstellar space. So, hydrogen makes a bond with nitrogen. So, let us put one bond pair between hydrogen and nitrogen and then another bond pair between nitrogen and carbon. We still have 6 valence electrons, which we can put it, let us say on nitrogen 4 valence electrons, then the nitrogen satisfies the octet, but the carbon does not satisfy the octet rule. We have only 4 electrons around carbon. Therefore, let us move the valence electrons of nitrogen to the bond pair. So, if we do that, then we have 1, 2, 3. So, 3 bond pairs and then carbon. Now, we have 8 electrons around nitrogen as well as 8 electrons around carbon. So, which we can represent it this way: hydrogen, 1 bond, nitrogen and then triple bond and then carbon and then 1 lone pair. In the case of hydrogen cyanide, you might have noticed that the lone pair comes on nitrogen, but here the lone pair comes on top of carbon. Even though carbon is less electronegative compared to nitrogen, but still we have to put the lone pair on carbon, and that is the key difference between hydrogen cyanide and hydrogen isocyanide. And also we have to explicitly mention the formal charges now, because nitrogen here carries a +1 formal charge and the carbon here carries a -1 formal charge. So, let us calculate the formal charges. To calculate the formal charge, we use this formula: number of valence electrons in the atom minus number of lone pairs of electrons in the molecule minus number of bond pairs of electrons by 2. For hydrogen, it would be 0 because 1 valence electron, no lone pairs, minus 1 bond. So, 2 by 2, that means 1 minus 1, that is equal to 0. For nitrogen, we have 5 valence electrons in the atom, no lone pairs. So, 0 here, minus we have 4 bonds around nitrogen, therefore 8 by 2. So, 5 minus 4, that is +1. So, that +1 formal charge we need to explicitly specify. When the formal charges are non-zero, we have to explicitly specify it. If it is 0, we do not have to explicitly specify. So, for carbon, 4 valence electrons in the atom minus we have 1 lone pair. So, 2 electrons and then 3 bonds. So, 6 by 2. So, therefore, 4 minus 2, 2, 2 minus 3. So, -1. So, that -1 charge we need to specify. Either you can specify it this way or you can just simply write it this way too: hydrogen, nitrogen, triple bond, carbon, or you can just simply put it this way: plus sign and then minus sign here. So, this is the best Lewis structure of hydrogen isocyanide.